Welcome on out to Lee Jordan Field here at the Loretta French Sports Complex. First pitch to Darius Hill. That's in there for a called strike one, and we're underway between the Chinooks and the Peninsula Oilers. First pitch time of 7:04 out here in Alaska. Thank you for making this broadcast a part of your day. Here's the 0-1 to Hill. Fouls that one out of play. He'll fall behind 0-2. On the hill today for your Chinooks, Nate Bonsell, the Masters College commit. The 0-2. That one's hit nicely right field, but it'll be lined down that line. Foul. Count remains 0-2 to Darius Hill. After Hill, it'll be Trey Dawson and Jonathan Washam. The 0-2. Breaking pitch outside, ball one. The 1-2. Almost got him to chase, but not quite. Evens it back up 2-2. The 2-2. Just outside, ball three. So that'll work it to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Hill. He started out 0-2. 3-2, lined back up the middle. That'll drop in for a base hit from Hill. So he'll be on with a single to start off this contest. Trey Dawson, the shortstop for the Oilers, now up to the plate. First pitch. They'll actually check over at Hill. He'll be back in time. Hill, 1 steal on the summer, has been caught 4 times trying to steal. First pitch to Dawson. Down low, ball 1. Dawson, the shortstop, plays at Louisiana State. The 1-0. In there, called strike 1. He evens it up 1 ball, 1 strike to Dawson. Here comes the 1-1. That one's popped way up in the infield, right side. It'll be second baseman Will Bass getting under it for out number 1. Jonathan Washam up to the plate for the Oilers. 1 down, top of the first inning here in Chugiak. They'll check over at Hill. Once again at first, he'll dive back in time. First pitch to Washam will miss for ball 1. Washam, the DH for today's game. He leads the Oilers in average. He's hitting .362. We'll check again at Hill. He'll get back in time. The 1-0. Inside, ball 2 to Washam. Washam, the 5'11 junior from Louisiana Tech. The 2-0. Catches the outside corner, called strike one. So 2-1 the count to Jonathan Washam. Along with that 362 average, has 2 doubles with 5 RBIs. 2-1 will miss down and outside ball 2. 3-1 the count to Washam. Runner at first base and Darius Hill. The 3-1. Hit on the ground right between short and third. That'll be a base hit for Washam. So Hill will advance to second. Washam on at first. Oilers will have runners at first and second for Seth DeWitt. Seth DeWitt coming up to the plate. 1 down, runners at first and second. First pitch to DeWitt. Down and in, ball 1. DeWitt getting the start at first base today for the Oilers. The 1-0. Inside ball 2. 2-0 the count to Seth DeWitt. Defensive alignment for the Chinooks today. Starting in the outfield, going left to right, Mason Mallard in left, Greg Populison. He's in center field with Hunter Vansaw in right. In the infield at third, Colin Borst. Isaac Alvarez back in the lineup. He's playing shortstop today. Will Bass is at second and Ethan Whiskers at first. The 2-0 is going to miss outside ball 3. And making the calls behind the dish today for the Chinooks, Ben Hill. The 3-0 count to Seth DeWitt, the junior from Jacksonville University. The 3-0. That'll miss low, ball 4. So that will walk DeWitt. That loads up the bases for Brody Wofford. So Ben Hill and Nate Bonsell having a quick chat on the mound. Infield corners are in while short and second are at their just about their normal spots, maybe a few steps in. First pitch to Wofford. Misses low, ball 1. Wofford, the left fielder for the Oilers. He plays his ball at LSU. The 1-0. And on the ground towards first. Whiskers going to go to the plate for 1. And back over to first for the 3-1-3 double play. And that'll do it for the top of the first inning. The Oilers threaten, but will not plate a run. Chinook half of the first coming up in just a moment. And we're back to start the bottom of the first inning here at Lee Jordan Field. No score on the board after the top half of the first. Will Bass leads things off for the Chinooks. First pitch to him. Catches the outside corner for called strike one. On the hill today for the Oilers, Cody Wood, fourth start of the summer. The 1-0. Misses for ball one. The 1-1. That one scorched. Deep right field. Bye. Solo home run from Will Bass. Second on the summer. Puts the Chinooks up 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Hunter Vansaw now up to the plate, nobody down. Bottom of the first, Chinooks up 1-0. First one to Vansaw will miss outside, ball one. After Vansaw, it'll be Mason Mallard coming up to the plate. The 1-0. Catches the outside corner. Call strike one. The 1-1. Swing and a miss from Vansaw. 1-2 the count to Hunter Vansaw, the right fielder for today. The 1-2. Got him looking called strike three. And Hunter Vansaw definitely did not agree with that call, but he's going to go down as out number one here in the bottom of the first. Mason Mallard up to the plate for the Chinooks. One down, bottom of the first. Chinooks up 1-0. First pitch to Mallard. Swing and a miss. Mallard getting the start in left field for today. The 0-1. In there, called to strike two on the outer half of the plate. Big zone today for the home plate umpire, Silas Drayden, up to this point in the game. The 0-2. Just outside, ball one. Here's the 1-2. Down on the turf for ball two. 2-2 the count to Mason Mallard. Mallard played at Tyler Junior College this past season. He'll be going to Louisiana Tech in the fall. The 2-2. Down and outside, ball three. I'll make it a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2. Hit on the ground towards third. Alex Seifert will field it. And gets over to first in time for out number 2. Tim Millard coming up to the plate. 2 down, bottom of the first inning. Chinooks up by a 1-0 score. First pitch to Millard. In there, called strike one. Here's the 0-1. That'll just miss for ball one. 1-1 the count. Millard, the DH for today's game for the Chinooks. He played third yesterday. The 1-0. In there, called strike two. One to the count to Tim Millard. The 1-2. Chopped down towards third. Seifert goes to his knees to stop it and gets that over to first in time for out number 3. So that'll do it for the bottom of the first, but not before a solo shot from Will Bass puts the Chinooks up by a 1-0 score after one here in Chugiak. First pitch to Daniel Speak. Swinging and missing for strike one. We thank you for joining us here from downtown Chugiak. I'm Lance Morse here bringing you the play-by-play coverage of your Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss again from Speak. He'll fall behind 0-2. After Daniel Speak, it'll be Jeffrey Chaperon and Jared Huber coming up for the Oilers. The 0-2. Misses for ball one. Here's the 1-2. Out of this just high, ball two. The 2-2. That'll miss it down to the turf for ball three. 3-2 the count to Daniel Speak. First full count today, thrown by Bonsell. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Speak goes down on strikes. First strikeout today for Nate Bonsell will come in the top of the second. Jeffrey Chaperon up to the plate for the Oilers with one down. First pitch to him. Lines that one out towards center field. Population going back. Not going to get to that in time. Will play it off of the wall. So Chaperon will get all the way to second. So Chaperon is on second with the double. One down, top of the second inning. Jared Huber, the catcher for the Oilers, making his way up to the plate. First pitch to him. This is down and in, ball one. Huber hits that one right side, but it'll get out of play. What on the count to Jared Huber, the 5'9" sophomore from Texas State. The 1-1. Line to right side. That'll also get out of play. Count 1-2 to Jared Huber. A runner at second and Jeffrey Chapron. The 1-2. Match is barely fouled back. One and two the count again to Jared Huber. One down top of the second. The 1-2. Up and away, ball two. Two and two to count to from Nate Monsell to Jared Huber. The 2-2. That one's again fouled back and out of play. Still a 2-2 count to Jared Huber. He's done a good job of fouling off pitches. One to nothing. The Chinooks on top of the Oilers. We're in the top of the second inning. The 2-2. That one will miss just down and outside. Ball three. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jared Huber. The 3-2. Up and away, ball four. So the long at bat pays off for Huber. He'll draw the walk. Puts runners at first and second with one down. So Alex Seifert, the third baseman for the Oilers, up to the plate. Seifert's first pitch swinging. It's fouled right side. But Ethan Whisker able to get under that one right near that fence. Brings it in for out number 2. Back to the top of the order for the Oilers, Darius Hill up to the plate. First pitch to Hill. Breaking pitch will just miss for ball one. Hill got a single his last time up. That one's trickled back towards Bonsell on the mound. And Hill flip that over to Whisker at first in time for out number 3. So that'll do it for the top of the second. Again, the Oilers get a couple guys on and leave them stranded. Chinooks maintain their 1-0 lead over the Oilers here in Chugiak. And we're back here to start the bottom of the second inning here from Elite Jordan Field. Ethan Whisker, Isaac Alvarez, Ben Hill, the hitters due up for the Chinooks in this half of the inning. First pitch to Whisker. Catches the outside corner, called strike one. Whisker, your first baseman for the Chinooks. The 0-1. Hit on the ground, left side, diving stop from Seifert. Gets it over to DeWitt at first in time. Out number 1. Isaac Alvarez up to the plate for the first time today for the Chinooks. First pitch to Alvarez. Outside, ball 1. Isaac back up in the lineup today for the first time since July 8th. The 1-0. That one's fouled back. One on the count to Alvarez. Shortstop from Chandler Gilbert Community College. The 1-1. Just barely gets a piece of that one. That's strike 2. 1-2 the count to Alvarez. The 1-2. Outside ball 2. Alvarez hitting 143 on the summer. 1 RBI as well as 6 walks. The 2-2. That one's laced out towards center field, but Darius Hill able to get to that for out number 2. Two down, bottom of the second inning. Chinooks up 1-0 on the Peninsula Oilers. Ben Hill up to play for the first time today. First pitch to him in there, called strike 1. Here's the 0-1. And they're called strike 2 as well. So Hill falls behind 0-2 early on. On to the count to Hill, the catcher from Olivet Nazarene. The 0-2. Just outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-2. Just barely fouls that one off Huber. Unable to grab that. Count remains 1-2 to catcher Ben Hill. The 1-2. Check to swing, and he did go around, says Silas Drayton. So that'll do it for the bottom of the second as the Chinooks go down in order. After 2 innings of play, Chinooks on top over the Oilers by a score of 1-0. Trey Dawson up to the plate for the Oilers. First pitch to him, a missed low, ball 1. After Dawson, it'll be Jonathan Washam, the DH, and Seth DeWitt, the first baseman, coming up for the Oilers. The 1-0 line in the left field. That drops in for a base hit in front of Mallard. So a single to start off the third inning for the Oilers comes off the bat of Trey Dawson. Jonathan Washam, the DH for the Oilers, now coming up to the plate. First pitch to Washam will miss low for ball one. So we'll check over to Dawson at first. Dawson dives back in time. Here's the 1-0. Up and outside, ball two. Dawson on the base pass does not have a steal, but has been caught trying to steal one time. The 2-0. In there, called strike one to Washam. Washam had a single his first time up, was eventually stranded. The 2-1. Down and in, ball three. Three and one, the count to Washam. The 3-1. Up and outside, ball four. So it's a third walk given up today by Bonsell. Doesn't walk a whole lot of people, so that's pretty surprising. Nobody down. Top of the third inning. Chinooks up 1-0. But again, the Oilers threatening. Already have runners at first and second. So Seth DeWitt's up to the plate now for the Oilers. First pitch to DeWitt. In there, called strike one. DeWitt, his first time up, drew a walk and was eventually stranded over there at second. Here's the 0-1. But outside, ball one. We'll win the count to Seth DeWitt. The 1-1. Line down the left field line. That goes foul right into the Chinook bullpen. And looks like it was Rob Winslow actually tipping his cap to that hit by DeWitt. So 1-2 the count to DeWitt. And time will be called behind the plate. 1-2 the count to Seth DeWitt. Nobody down. Top of the third. Chinooks up 1-0. Oilers have runners at first and second. The 1-2. That one's lined out towards left field. Mason Maud will bring that one in for out number one. Brody Wofford up to the plate for the Oilers. One down, top of the third. Chinooks up on the Oilers 1-0. First one to Wofford. Down and outside, ball one. Wofford, his first time up, hit into that 3-2-3 double play. That ended the top of the first. The 1-0. Line to left side. Boris trying to make a play on it, but that'll land out of play. One and one the count to the left fielder from LSU. The 1-1. Catches the outside corner. Called strike two. One and two the count to Brody Wofford. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Runners on the move. And they will each swipe a bag as Hill was going to throw to third. His best bet was probably at second because Washam got a late jump. So that brings Daniel Speak up to the plate with two down. First one to him is down in the turf, ball one. Speak his first time up, struck out swinging. The 1-0. In there, called strike one. And Hill wants a quick word with Bonsell. Speak, a 6'3 sophomore, plays at Florida Tech. The 1-1. In there, called strike two. So Speak down in the count 1-2. The 1-2. This is down and outside. Speak won't chase at that one. Two into the count to Daniel Speak. Two down, top of the third inning. The 2-2. That's just barely fouled back. Count remains 2-2 to Speak. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Briefly gets away from Hill, but he'll get over to first to complete the strikeout. So two straight strikeouts from Bonsell ends the top of the third. Oilers leave one on. They won't put anyone across to score. Chinooks still up by a 1-0 score heading into the bottom of the third. Welcome back as we're starting the bottom of the third inning here in downtown Shugiak. Colin Borst leads things off this half of the inning for the Chinooks after having to be Greg Populus and Will Bass. First pitch to Borst in there, called strike one. Here's the 0-1. That's lined right back up the middle. That's a base hit from Colin Borst. So he'll get the bottom of the third started with a leadoff single. Nobody down, bottom of the third inning. Greg up to the first pitch to Populison. Lays down the bunt. Fielded. They'll get it over to first just in time to set Populison down. So a sacrifice bunt from Populison advances Borst from first to second. One down, bottom of the third inning. Chinooks up a 1-0. Colin Borst, the runner at second. The man who gave the Chinooks the 1-0 lead, Will Bass, making his way up to the plate for the second time today. First time up, Bass had a solo shot to right. First pitch to Bass. Outside. The 1-0. Down in the turf, ball 2. That home run earlier in the game from Bass was his second of the summer. The 2-0. Outside, ball 3. 3-0 the count to Will Bass. Here's the 3-0. Bass 3-0 swinging. He's going to pop that one out to short left field. That'll be brought in by Trey Dawson for out number 2. Two down, bottom of the third. Chinooks up by a 1-0 score over the Peninsula Oilers. Hunter Vansaw up to the plate once again for the Chinooks. First pitch to Vansaw. Lined left side, goes out of play. Owen won the count to Vansaw. First time up, Vansaw went down looking. Here's the 0-1. Outside, ball 1. 1-1 the count to Vansaw. The 1-1. That one's fouled back. 1-2 count to Hunter Vansaw, the Chinook right fielder. Colin Borsch, the runner at second for the Chinooks. The 1-2. Lined over towards Seifert, and he'll bring that one in for out number 3. So that'll do it for the bottom of the third. Colin Borsch gets on with the leadoff single, but he'll be stranded at second. And after 3 innings here in Chugiak, Chinooks up by a 1-0 score over the Oilers. Chaperon first pitch swinging, and that one's going to drop into center field for a base hit. Chaperon going to be on at second. That's his second double of the day already. Chaperon on with a double here in the top of the 4th inning. Chinooks on top by a score of 1-0 over the Oilers. Nate Bonsell still on the hill for the Chinooks, starting his 4th inning of work. It'll be interesting to see what the pitching staff does to keep their integrity for the next 2 days with the showcase games coming up. Huber going to be first pitch swinging. That'll get past Alvarez for a base hit. They'll hold Chaperon at third. Huber's on at first with a single. So that puts runners at the corners. Nobody down for Alex Seifert, the number 9 hitter for the Oilers. First pitch to Seifert. In there, called strike 1. Seifert popped out to first base, his first time up today. Once I will check on Huber at first, so we'll be back in time. Here's the 0-1. That's hit on the ground towards second. Basketball it over to short for 1. Went over to first in time for the double play. So they will get the double play, but that does score Chaperon from third, makes it an even ball game at 1-1 now. First pitch swing, and that time is Hill. Alvarez will field it. And Whisker will scoop it up over first for the final out of the inning. So that'll do it for the top of the fourth. Oilers put one on the board, tie this ball, and give up at one apiece heading into the bottom of the fourth. Mason Mallard up to the plate to start the bottom of the fourth inning here at Lee Jordan Field. Here's the first pitch to Mason Mallard. Hit on the ground down the third base line. Diving stop from Seifert. It's a fair ball, but he will fumble with the ball. So he'll be in there at first. Tim Millard up to the plate now for the Chinooks. Nobody down. Bottom of the fourth. First pitch to Millard. Just outside, ball one. Millard grounded out to third his first time up. The 1-0. Scorched down the left field line, just foul. So 1-1 the count to Millard. Millard, a redshirt sophomore from Dallas Baptist. One swinging and missing is Millard. As they'll check on Mallard at first, he'll step back safely. One and two the count to Tim Millard, the DH for the Chinooks today. The 1-2, Mallard on the move. That misses low for ball two. And Mallard will swipe second easily. Ninth steal of the summer for Mason Mallard extends his team lead. Count 2-2 to Tim Millard. Mason Mallard now on second. And time will be called by the catcher, Huber. The 2-2. Down in the turf, ball 3. Now to make it a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Tim Millard. And Wood just had a quick chat with Jeffrey Chaperon, the second baseman. Probably letting him know the leadoff habits of Mason Mallard. Count 3-2 to Tim Millard. Nobody down. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1-1 your score. The 3-2. Hitting the ground towards short. Dawson will field it. Gets it over to first in time for out number 1. Allows Mallard to advance to third. Ethan Whisker up to the plate for the Chinooks with 1 down. Here in the bottom of the 4th, a 1-1 your score between the Chinooks and the Oilers. First pitch to Whisker. Catches the outside corner, called strike 1. Whisker grounded out to third base his first time up. Here's the 0-1. Lined right side, it'll go out of play. So Whisker puts himself down in the count 0-2 after the foul. The 0-2. Late swing, he'll just foul that one off, stays alive at 0-2. Count 0-2 to Ethan Whisker. A Chinook at third in Mason Mallard. The 0-2. Popped up right side. DeWitt going over and foul ground. And he'll trip and unable to make the catch. So that just harmlessly fouls as a foul ball. Lucky break for the Chinooks. And the part where DeWitt tripped is right where it changes from field turf to natural grass. So that could be a reason he misstepped. Count remains 0-2 to Ethan Whisker as he has new life at the plate. The 0-2. Outside ball 1. One and 2 the count to Whisker. Places ball at Hillsdale College. The 1-2. Down and outside ball 2. 2-2 the count to Whisker. 7th pitch of the at-bat incoming. The 2-2. Outside ball 3. So Whisker was down 0-2 and the count has worked it all the way back to 3-2. Here's the 3-2. That's lined out towards right field. That'll be brought in by Daniel Speak for The out, play at the plate, not in time. Sacrifice fly from Ethan Whisker brings in Mason Maurer to score. Chinooks take a 2-1 lead over the Oilers. Base is empty, 2 down for Isaac Alvarez. Chinooks with a 2-1 lead. Bottom of the 4th inning here in Chugiak. First pitch to Alvarez. Down and in, ball 1. Alvarez back in the lineup after just about a week off. He was dealing with a knee injury. The 1-0. Lined over towards short. Past a diving Trey Dawson. That'll be a base hit for Isaac Alvarez. So Alvarez on with a single of his own with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. That brings up Ben Hill. Ben Hill up to the plate with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. A runner at first and Isaac Alvarez. First pitch to Ben Hill. Swing and a miss for strike 1. First time up, Hill struck out swinging. And Wood will step off and look back Alvarez at first. The 0-1. And that's hit out towards center field. That'll drop in for a base hit for Ben Hill. So the bottom of the order doing its job so far today. Two down, 2 on for the Chinooks. Colin Borst coming up to the plate. So Borst up to the plate with 2 down. Alvarez on second, Hill on first. Chinooks up by a 2-1 score. First pitch to Borst. Inside, ball 1. Borst had a single his first time up. He was then stranded at second. The 1-0. Catches the outside corner. Called strike 1. One win the count to Colin Borst, the third baseman from Hillsdale College. The 1-1. And they're called strike 2. And Borst knew that was going to be called strike 2. Before it was called, he knew that he was just a little late there. 1-2 the count to Borst with runners at first and second, 2 down. The 1-2. Just inside, ball 2. Count 2-2 to Colin Borst. Borst hitting 170 on the summer coming into today's game. The 2-2. Fouls that one back. Two and two, the count to Colin Borst. Greg Populus and waiting on deck. 2-2 count to Borst. Runners at first and second with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Borst will go down on strikes. That'll do it for the bottom of the 4th. But not before the Chinooks put another run on the board in the form of a sac fly from Ethan Whisker. Chinooks up by a 2-1 score as we head into the 5th. Welcome back on out to Lee Jordan Field, starting in the top of the 5th inning here between the Oilers and the Chinooks. Chinooks up by a 2-1 score. 2, 3, 4 hitters do it for the Peninsula Oilers. Trey Dawson and Jonathan Washam, Seth DeWitt coming up. First pitch to Dawson. Just outside, ball 1. Dawson 1 for 2 on the day, had a single in the 3rd. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Evens it back up at 1-1. The 1-1. Hit on the ground towards short. Isaac Alvarez puts up his glove, and he'll bring that one in for out number 1. That brings Jonathan Washam up to the plate. One down, top of the 5th. First pitch to Washam. Breaking pitch in there, called strike 1. Washam 1 for 1 on the day. A single in the 1st, drew a walk in the 3rd. The 0-1. Down and in, ball 1. Washam, the junior from Louisiana Tech. The 1-1. Leaves that one alone up high for ball 2. The 2-1. Broken back, grounded towards 3rd. Borst will get that over to Whisker at first in time for out number 2. Seth DeWitt up to the plate, 2 down, top of the 5th inning here in downtown Shugiak. First pitch to DeWitt. Down low, ball 1. The 1-0. Catches the outside corner. Called strike 1. DeWitt 0 for 1 today. Drew a walk and has flown out. The 1-1. In there, called strike 2 on the outer half of the plate. One into the count to DeWitt. The 1-2. That one's lined out towards right field. Vandar going back. Unable to grab that one. DeWitt's going to round first, head for second. So DeWitt is on with a double. So DeWitt's on with a 2-out double here on the top of the 5th. Brings Brody Wofford up to the plate. Wofford 0 for 2 on the day, grounded into a double play and struck out so far. First pitch to him. Catches the outside corner, called strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Breaking pitch in there, called strike 2. One to the count to Wofford. 2 down, top of the 5th. Here's the 0-2. Breaking pitch popped out towards short left field. And Colin Borst will get under that one for the final out of the inning. So that'll do it for the top of the 5th. DeWitt's on with a 2-out double, but he gets stranded. And after the top half of the 5th, score remains 2-1. Chinooks on top of the Oilers. Welcome back on out to downtown Chugiak, starting the bottom of the 5th inning here between the Chinooks and the Oilers. 2-1 Chinooks on top. First pitch to Greg Populus, and in there, called strike 1. Populus had a sacrifice bunt his first time up today. Here's the 0-1. Foul tips that one back for strike 2. Populus plays his ball at New Mexico State University. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he'll go chasing for that one. He'll be out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. That brings Will Bass up to the plate. 1 down, bottom of the 5th. Chinooks up 2-1. First pitch to Bass. In there, called strike 1. He thought about trying to lay down a bunt. Bass 1 for 2 today with a solo shot and flew out to shortstop. The 0-1. Down low, ball 1. Won the count to Will Bass, second baseman from Wayland Baptist. The 1-1. And they're called strike 2. One to the count to Will Bass. The 1-2. Got him looking, called strike 3. So Bass will be out number 2 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Batting for your Chinooks, number 22, the right fielder,
Hunter Vansaw up to the plate for the Chinooks with 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Vansaw. Down low, ball 1. Vansaw over for 2 today with a strikeout and a line out. The 1-0. Left field line, that'll go foul. One on the count to Vansaw. The 1-1. Just outside, ball 2. Vansaw played at Northeast Texas Community College this past spring. He hit .378 there. The 2-1. Down and outside, ball 3. Vansaw also had 11 doubles, 3 triples, 5 home runs, and 40 RBIs at Northeast Texas Community College. He'll be going to Mississippi State starting in the fall. The 3-1. Hit on the ground towards second. And that'll pull DeWitt off of the bag. Allows Vansaw to be safe at first.
Coming to the plate for your Chinooks, number 5, the left fielder, Mason Mallard.
So Vansaw will be safe on the air by Chaperon at second. Brings Mason Mallard up to the plate with 2 down. First pitch to him inside, ball 1. Mallard 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a ground out. The 1-0. Upstairs and a little outside, ball 2. Mallard also stole a base last time he was on the base paths. That gave him his team-leading 9th steal on the summer. With the 2-0. Stairs ball 3. 3-0 the count to Mallard. Three another count to Mallard. Van saw the runner at first. The 3-0. 3-0 swinging. That's hit out towards right field. Speak going back. He'll catch that one for out number 3. So that'll do it for the bottom of the 5th. Chinooks get one on, but he will be stranded. And after 5, Chinooks on top by a score of 2-1. So we head into the 6th here in Chugiak. First pitch to Daniel Speak. He'll be swinging and missing that for strike 1. Underway, top of the 6th inning. Chinooks up by a 2-1 score over the Oilers. Here's the 0-1. Chop softly towards first. That'll go foul. Speak 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. To count to Speak. Looking called strike 3. And the rough day for Speak at the plate continues, as that'll be the 3rd time today he has struck out. And out of the strikeout victims for Bonsell, 3 out of the 4 have been Speak. That'll bring Jeffrey Chaperon up to the plate. He's one of the main thorns in the side of the Chinooks. He's 2 for 2 today, each of them doubles. First pitch to him is down and in, ball 1. The 1-0 in there, called strike 1. Evens it back up 1-1 to Chaperon. Chaperon hits that on the ground toward Alvarez, makes a nice play, but the throw will pull Whisker off the bag, and he'll be safe over at first. Brings Jared Huber up to the plate for the Oilers. We'll check on Chaperon over at first to be back in time. Eber's going to line that one to Bassett. Second. Tries to get it back over to first to double up Chaparral. He'll dive back in time.
Number 26, the third baseman, Alex Seifert.
2 down. Top of the 6th. Alex Seifert up to the plate for the Oilers. First one to Seifert. Lines that one right side. It'll go foul.
And that ball sponsored by friends at Dan Sattler.
Seifert 0 for 2 on the day. A fly out. And then hitting the 4-6-3 double play, but that did bring in the run for the Oilers so far. 0-1 hit on the line. Pass to diving Isaac Alvarez. Chaperon running to third. The throw not in time, and Seifert will advance to second as well. And now Ben Hill, he has a problem with his mask. We also see someone getting loose in the Chinook bullpen. And I would think they'll at least give Bonsell the rest of the 6th to finish. Already have 2 down. And now Ben Hill going with, looks kind of like more like a hockey type mask, as opposed to the helmet with the little face mask over the top. So back to the top of the order for the Oilers, Darius Hill up to the plate. And Hill will call for time, and he'll be granted it. Runners on second and third, 2 down, top of the 6th inning for the Oilers. First pitch to Hill, down low, ball 1. Hill 1 for 3 on the day. His hit came back in the first inning. A couple of groundouts the other 2 times he came to the plate. The 1-0. Outside. Catches the outside corner, ball 1. And Hill knew that would probably be the best pitch. Judging off of his reaction after that was called strike 1. The 1-1. Fouls that one back. 1-2 the count to Darius Hill, the center fielder from West Virginia. One and two count to Hill with the runners at second and third. The 1-2. That's lined past a diving Isaac Alvarez. They're going to send home 1, make that 2. And that'll give the Oilers a 3-2 lead here in the top of the 6th.
Number 24, the shortstop, Trey Dawson.
So now pitching coach Chris Beck going to go have a word with Bonsell. And they will pull Bonsell. Also thinking, I would guess, with the fact of being able to save his arm for one of the 2 showcase games in the next couple days. So that'll do it for Bonsell. New pitcher on the hill for the Chinooks here in just a moment. 2 down. Top of the 6th. Oilers just took a 3-2 lead. And welcome back on out here to Lee Jordan Field. Sun's starting to shine a little more. First pitch to Dawson outside, ball one. New pitcher on the hill for the Chinooks. It'll be Nick Campy. The 1-0 to Dawson. Lined into center field. That's going to get into the gap for a base hit. They're going to send home their runner in Hill. They're going to try and get him at third. And they got him at third. So Dawson tried to extend a double into a triple. He'll run out. Allow run to come in and score. So that'll do it for of the sixth. The Oilers will put 3 on the board. They take a 4-2 lead as we head into the Chinook half of the sixth. Tim Millard up to the plate to start the bottom of the sixth inning here with the Chinooks and the Oilers. First pitch to Tim Millard in there, called strike one. After Millard, it'll be Ethan Whisker and Isaac Alvarez coming up. New pitcher on the hills for the Oilers. It's Austin Piscotti as that pitcher get away from him. Some numbers on Piscotti. His 5th appearance out of the bullpen, also sees time as a hitter. 9 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts to 2 walks, has a 2.0 ERA. The 1-1. Outside ball 2. The 2-1. Breaking pitch will just miss ball 3. Three and 1 the count to Tim Millard, the DH for the Chinooks. Well, the 3-1. And that'll miss for ball 4. So Millard on for the first time today. Draws the walk from Piscotti. Ethan Whisker up to the plate, nobody down. A runner on first and Tim Millard. Chinooks trail by a 4-2 score here in the bottom of the 6th. Whisker will foul tip that one back. Whisker 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out in the second, had the sacrifice fly in the 4th. The 0-1. Inside ball 1. One on the count to Whisker, the Charger from Hillsdale College. The 1-1. In there, called strike 2 on the outer half of the plate. The 1-2. And that's lined into right field. That'll be a base hit for Whisker. And they'll keep Millard at second. First hit today from Whisker. That'll put runners at first and second with nobody down for Isaac Alvarez. So Alvarez coming up to the plate, nobody down. Bottom of the 6th inning, Chinooks trail by a score of 4-2. Oilers 4 hits, 4 runs on 10 hits with 1 error. Chinooks 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Stepping in his box. Alvarez shows bunt, lays it down. And they'll only be able to go over to first for the outs. A good sacrifice bunt from Isaac Alvarez will put the runners on second and third with just 1 down. Ben Hill coming up to the plate. Ben Hill up to the plate, 1 down, bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Hill. In there, called strike 1. Hill 1 for 2 on the day, struck out in the second, had a single in the 4th. The 0-1. Hill tries a squeeze, and now Millard gets himself in a rundown. So Millard, the ball came out after the tag. They're still going to call Millard out. So Whisker advances to third, but they will call Millard out after the ball was dropped by Seifert. And everyone saw the ball roll on the turf. Pretty clear. So Millard will be thrown out, but Whisker advances to third. There's now 2 down instead of just 1, and it's an 0-2 count to Ben Hill. The 0-2 popped out towards center field. And that'll do it for the bottom of the 6th. So Chinooks pretty much get robbed of a run. And that'll do it for the 6th inning. Chinooks trailing 4-2 as we head into the 7th. So welcome back on out here to Lee Jordan Field. Chinooks trailing this one by a score of 4-2. Jonathan Washam up to the plate. First pitch to him, called strike one. The 0-1, line down the left side. That'll go foul. So it's an 0-2 count to Washam. The 0-2. That one's popped up right side. And it'll be Ethan Whisker getting under that one for the first out in the top of the seventh.
Number 23, the first baseman, Seth DeWitt.
So Seth DeWitt coming up to the plate for the Oilers. First pitch to DeWitt. And they're called strike one. The 0-1's going to miss for ball one. DeWitt 1 for 2 on the day with the double. The 1-1 in there called strike two. DeWitt, the first baseman from Jacksonville University. The 1-2 trickled back up the middle. Campy can't field it. Bass will field it. Gets that over to first just in time for out number 2.
Number 12, the left fielder, Brody Wofford.
Brody Wofford up to the plate with 2 down. First pitch to him, upstairs, ball 1. The 1-0. In there called strike one. The 1-1. That one's lined out towards center field. That drops in for a base hit. So Wofford gets his first hit of the day with 2 down here in the top of the 7th.
Number 28, the right fielder, Daniel Speed.
Daniel Speak up to the plate for the Oilers. So Speaks 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. First one to him up and away, ball 1. The 1-0 lined out towards left field, making everyone in the Chinook bullpen get out of the way and duck. One on the count to Speak. Speak plays his ball at Florida Tech, but he's originally from Toronto, Canada. The 1-1. Runner on the move in Wofford. Throw from Hill will be not in time. Also got past Alvarez initially. So stolen base for Wofford. Two and one the count to Speak. Runner in scoring position in Wofford. The 2-1. In there called strike 2. So he appeared to check his swing, but no mention of it was called. So that tells me it was just called strike 2. The 2-2. Misses low ball 3. 3-2 the count to speak. Three, two. Got him! Looking called strike 3. So it looks like we're gonna see if Speak has a platinum sombrero on out there in right field after this half inning. He struck out 4 times today, so not a good day for Speak. But the Oilers having a good day overall, as that'll be another strikeout for their team. But they have a 4-2 advantage over the Chinooks. It's now stretch time here at Lee Jordan Field. Welcome back out to Lee Jordan Field. Bottom of the 7th inning between the Chinooks and the Oilers. Chinooks down by a score of 4-2 as they look to avoid getting into a 4-game losing skid. First pitch to Colin Borst, down low, ball 1. After Borst, it'll be Greg Populus and Will Bass coming up to the plate. 1-0 is going to be chopped on the ground towards second. Chaperone will field it. Gets that over to DeWitt at first in time for out number 1. Greg Populus coming up to the plate. Bottom of the 7th inning, Chinooks down 4-2. First pitch to Greg Populus. Shows bunt, lays it down, third base side, fielded by Seifert. And Populus easily able to beat it out as that will also go past him. Over at first, he's going to round second, heads for third. He'll slide, that gets past Huber at third, and Populus comes in to score. A couple of throwing errors will bring Greg Populus in after a bunt hit single. 4-3, now the score. And Greg Populus just goes to show off his world-class speed. He saved the first out of bunt. That's a single. Then throwing error in the bunt. 2 throwing errors? Yes. But there is a single there. So I get to be the fun guy that scores that. So it's a bunt hit single for Populous, and then a throwing error from Cipher allowed him to get all the way to third. One count to Will Bass as I'm getting some scoring things checked. He'll swing and miss at that one, falls behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2 to Bass. Down low, ball one. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Bass goes down on strikes. So that's out number 2 here in the 7th.
Coming to the plate for your Chinooks, number 22, the right fielder, Hunter Bensaw.
Hunter Vansaw up to the plate with 2 down. First one to Vansaw will get away, and I'll smooth my camera enough. Sometimes duct tape not as strong as you think. One 0 pitch lined left side out of play.
341.
1-1 fouled right back, and that about took off the camera. As Hunter almost got that in the perfect spot to totally destroy it. Luckily for us, he did not. The 1-2. Outside, ball 2. The 2-2. Fouls that one back. That gets out of play.
And that foul ball sponsored by Edward Jones Financial Investments and Gavin Reed.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Hubert will bring that one in, and that'll do it for the bottom of the 7th. So Piscotti gets a couple of strikeouts in the 7th, but a crazy play, kind of like you see more in Little League than in the college ranks, as Populous into a couple errors and comes into score. So a 4-3 your score as we head into the top of the 8th here in Chugiak. Welcome back on out here to Lee Jordan Field. Top of the 8th inning. First pitch to Jeffrey Chapron. He'll be swinging and missing that. Nick Campy still on the hill for your Chinooks. Came in back in the 6th inning in relief of Nate Bonsell. The 0-1 will just miss inside. Ball 1. The 1-1. Hit on the ground. Pass Alvarez. That'll be another hit for Chapron. And how about the day he's having? He's 4 for 4 with 2 doubles and 2 singles.
Number 1, the catcher, Jared Huber.
So Jared Huber, the Oilers catcher, coming up to the plate. After him, we'll see Alex Seifert. First one to Huber. Lays down a bunt first base side. That'll go foul. Huber on the day, 1 for 2. Single came back in the 4th. The 0-1. In there, called strike 2. Huber falling behind 0-2. Huber, the sophomore from Texas State. And Campy will check on Chapron at first. He'll dive back in time. Count 0-2 to Jared Huber. Here's the 0-2. Upstairs, ball 1. One and 2 count to the catcher Huber. The 1-2 lined out towards right field. Vansaw going over. He'll get under that one for out number 1. One down, top of the 8th. Brings Alex Seifert up to the plate. Seifert had a single back in the 6th. Also had an RBI in the 4th. First pitch to him. Inside, ball 1. The 1-0. Down the ground towards third. Borstel field it. Gets it over to Bass for 1. And back over to first in time. 5-4-3 double play. That'll do it for the top of the 8th here in downtown Shugiak. And after the top of the 8th, Chinooks trail by a score of 4-3. Home half of the 8th coming up. Mason Mallard up to the plate to start the bottom of the 8th inning here at Lee Jordan Field. First pitch to him will miss low, ball 1. After Mallard, it'll be Tim Millard and Ethan Whisker coming up to the plate. The 1-0. That one's fouled back. New pitcher on the hill for the Oilers, Andrew Bash. The 1-1. Now it tries to lay down the bunt, but it'll go back foul. One and two, the count to Mason Mallard, the left fielder going to Louisiana Tech in the fall. The 1-2. Down low, ball 2. Two and two, the count to Mason Mallard. Some numbers on Bash. His 6th appearance has 11 innings, 10 strikeouts to 8 walks. The 2-2. Down low, ball 3. Makes it a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Mason Mallard. The 3-2. That one's fouled back and out of play. And also for Bash has a 0.82 ERA. So he's only allowed a few runs to go across while he's on the mound. The 3-2. And that's hit back up the middle. None of the middle infielder is going to get to that one. That'll be a single for Mallard. So Mallard on with his 2nd single of the day. Tim Millard now coming up to the plate for the Chinooks. Nobody down. We trail by a 4-3 score to the Peninsula Oilers. First pitch to Millard. Fouls that one back. Millard 0 for 2 today. A couple groundouts, did draw a walk. The 0-1. Pitch out that time. They'll now throw over to Mallard. Dives back in time. And one of the runners' philosophies is you run the throw after a pitch out. We'll see if Mallard's on the move here on this 1-1 pitch. Won't be on the move. That's grounded towards short. Dawson gets it over to second for 1. Back over to first in time for the 6-4-3 double play. Two down, bottom of the 8th inning. Chinooks trail 4-3 to the Oilers. Ethan Whisker now up to the plate. First pitch to him, a miss outside, ball 1. We see somebody out getting loose in the Chinook bullpen. We'll see if we have a new pitcher in the top of the 9th. That next one in there, called strike 1 to Whisker, evens it back up. Here's the 1-1. Down low, ball 2. Whisker 1 for 2 on the day. Had a single back in the 6th. Also had a sac fly earlier on in the game. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Count even to back up 2 balls, 2 strikes to Whisker. The 2-2. Popped out right side. DeWitt running over. And that one will drop foul, despite the good effort from DeWitt. Two ball, two strike count to Ethan Whisker. Whisker looking to extend this bottom of the eighth inning. 2-2 with two down. Here's the 2-2. That'll get away from Bash. Makes it a full count, 3-2. Three and two the count to Whisker. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss. Whisker will go down swinging. So that'll do it for the bottom of the eighth. Chinooks unable to do anything. Chinooks trail by a score of 4-3 as we head into the top of the ninth. Darius Hill up to the plate for the Oilers to start the top of the ninth. First pitch to him outside, ball one. Campy on the hill for the Chinooks. 1-0. That's on the ground towards second. Whisker dives. Bass goes over to ground. They will call Hill a save over at first. So Hill is on over at first on the infield single. Brings Trey Dawson, the shortstop, up to the plate. First one to Dawson, down and outside, ball one. Dawson 2 for 4 today with a single and a double. And Campy will check on Hill. He'll get back in time. The 1-0. And they're called strike one. Here's the 1-1. And they're called strike 2. Here's the 1-2. Misses down and outside, ball 2. 2-2 the count to the shortstop, Trey Dawson. The 2-2. This is outside. The appeal did not go. Full count, 3-2 to Trey Dawson. Here's a 3-2. Left Fowler. Able to get to that one for out number 1.
Number 4, the designated hitter, Jonathan Washer.
Jonathan Washam up to the plate, 1 down at top of the 9th. Chinooks trail by a 4-3 score. First one to Washam in there, called strike 1. Washam on the day, 1 for 3. It's the first inning. Here's the 0-1. Chopped back it over to Alvarez for 1. Not in time over at first. So they get Hill out on the fielder's choice. We'll watch him safe at first.
Number 23, the first baseman, set to it.
Out of ring, Seth DeWitt up to the plate with 2 down, top of the 9th inning. First one to DeWitt in there, called strike 1. DeWitt will back in the 5th. Here's the 0-1. And they're called a strike 2 on the outer half of the plate. DeWitt falls behind 0-2. Hill, the runner at first for the Oilers. 0-2 count with 2 down. The 0-2. That's lined into right field past the diving Will Bass. That'll be a base hit for DeWitt. Puts runners at first and second with to the plate now. Brody Wofford up the plate, runners at first and second. 2 down, top of the 9th inning. Chinooks trail the Oilers 4-3. Just missing ball 1. Another count offered. Here's the 1-0. Catch the outside corner for a called strike 1. Wofford 1 for 4 on the day, had a single and stole a base. His the 1-1. That'll miss inside, ball 2. Two on the count to Wofford. Here's a 2-1. Just missing once again. That's ball 3. Three on the count. 2 down. Top of them 4-3. Popped out towards left field. That'll drop in, but foul. Full count to Wofford. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Can't be looking to end this top of the 9th without giving up another run. The 3-2. Foul tip caught by Ben Hill, and that will do it for the top of the 9th inning. Wofford goes down swinging. Score 4-3. Chinooks trail. They have a chance to walk it off or tie it, though, in the bottom of the 9th, so stay tuned to see what the Chinooks can do at the plate. Isaac Alvarez up to the plate to start the bottom of the 9th inning here in Chugiak. New pitcher on the hill for the Oilers, Ryan Lilly. Lilly, the Oiler closer, has 4 saves. First one, Alvarez in there, called strike 1. Isaac 1 for 2 on the day, had a single back in the 4th. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Went chasing a little bit for that one. He'll fall behind 0-2. 0-2 the count to Alvarez. Here's the 0-2. Checked his swing. They say he did go around. So Alvarez will go down. He's out number 1. Pinch hitter coming up to the plate for the Chinooks, Zach Sanford will check in to pinch hit. And Aaron Shackelford on deck waiting to pinch hit. He'd be hitting for Colin Borst. So it looks like they'll worry about positions. If they did manage to extend this game, I would think they have, I don't know what they would have to do exactly. I would think they move Mallard behind the plate Sanford to left. Guess you could have Shackelford play third. We haven't seen him play third this summer. Because Shackelford is looking like he's going to be hitting for Colin Borst. Sanford first pitch swing, and he'll miss for strike one. Sanford up to the plate for the Chinooks. Here's the 0-1. Down low, ball one. Good eye from Sanford. Makes it 1-1. Sanford plays at Glenville State College in Glenville, West Virginia. The 1-1. That's in there, called strike number 2. Sanford briefly thought about swinging, but by the time he thought of that, it was a little too late. Looks like Preston White is out there warming up in case this game does go to extra innings. The 1-2. Chopped on the ground. That'll go foul. Count remains 1-2 to Zach Sanford. Count remains 1-2 to Zach Sanford. One down, bottom of the ninth. Chinooks trailing 4-3. The 1-2. Way upstairs. Lands right in front of me. Two and two the count to Zach Sanford. Coming in as a pinch hitter for Ben Hill. Here's the 2-2. Got him looking, called strike 3. 2 up, 2 down for the Chinooks so far. Aaron Shackelford up to the plate now, pinch hitting for Colin Borst. Well, first pitch swing, and that's fouled out of play. Chinooks trail by a score of 4-3. 2 down, bottom of the ninth. Shackelford trying to extend this contest. Here's the 0-1. That one's lined out of play as well. So Shack down to the count, 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Hit on the ground towards third. Past the diving Alex Seifert. That'll be a base hit for Shackelford. He's going to round first, heads for second. He'll be into second base, standing up. Aaron Shackelford keeps this game going with a double down the left field line. So that brings Greg Populison up to the plate with 2 down. Bottom of the ninth. Tying run is Shackelford. Go-ahead run is Populison. Last time up, Greg had a bunt hit single. And then a couple throwing errors allowed him to come in and score on the very same play, surprisingly enough. Well, not too surprising if you've ever seen Greg run. He's pretty fast. So Shackelford, the runner at second. Populison up to the plate with 2 down. First pitch to Populison. Swing and a miss. And Seifert is playing in over at third. with the chance that Population could bunt because really the bunt's never truly off the table. Oh, one the count to Greg Population. So 1 for 2 in the game. Also had a sack bunt back in the third. The 0-1. That one's popped out towards center field. This could do it. And Darius Hill will bring that one in, and that'll end this contest. So the Chinooks will fall in this game by a score of 4-3 to the Oilers. And so Chinooks will lose their fourth straight. They'll have a couple showcase games coming up, and those games won't count in the standings. Those are just for the scouts to come out here and see the Chinooks play. They play the very same Oilers tomorrow at 1 and the Bucks on Saturday at 4. So as far as player of the game goes, a couple options we do have. Looking at things. Will Bass did have a solo home run. That's one of the team's runs. Mason had a couple hits. Isaac and Ben each had a hit, as did Colin. Shaq had the double in the pinch hit roll. So honestly, I'm going to make up my mind as I walk out there, and I'll decide who my player of the game is. So can't really tell you who I'm going to pick. I'm just going to go grab someone and figure it out from there. Chinooks fall today by a score of 4-3. I'll have my post-game interview with one of the Chinooks. Still not sure who, coming here in a few minutes. Thank you, fans, for sticking around. After a long debilitation, I made Nick Campy my player of the game. It's second time he's gotten this award. Nick, another good game, 3 1/3 innings this time around. So how'd it feel today on the mound?
Felt pretty good. I wasn't completely loose when he brought me into the game. So that way I felt like, came in and gave up that triple. Thankfully, we got him out at third. So came back in the dugout and just kind of regrouped and told myself, calm down, take a deep breath, go out there and just throw strikes. So,
Almost gave up a triple.
yeah,
Almost gave up a triple. Not quite as bad. You get the out that you need. The runner left over from Nate still comes in to score. But you weren't quite as dominant just because of the way things happened today. But you were still able to get guys out in really a different way. You had a couple of strikeouts, but last time you were able to get more swings and misses. So how were you able to pitch the contact better today?
Just getting ahead in counts. There was a couple times where I got behind in counts, and obviously the focus is to get ahead. When I get behind, that means you got to bring something over the plate and make sure you get a strike call. And so when you do that, and hitters are more apt to put it in play, put a swing on it. So, yeah.
So you have a good game. You have a couple guys get on late in the ninth. Once you get to 2 outs, you allowed the base hit to DeWitt. So what was the mindset after kind of extending the inning when you think you might have had the ground ball you needed?
Yeah, I was a little upset with myself because I had to get him 0-2, threw him a slider, left it over the plate. It was supposed to be ball away, trying to get a swing and miss there. And so I just told myself I got to make better pitches in that situation, and thankfully I was able to come back and get the K there at the end.
So you're able to get the strikeout you needed to Wofford. And he had a single his first at bat, so that's always good to get to the guy who's doing well at the plate out there. So, random question: how are you going to take today into your next basketball appearance after your last time falling by a big margin?
Yeah, you got us last time. Next time, the court, I don't know. Hopefully, I can just dunk over you. So.
That's one answer. I would have also accepted calling for the ball more. Either way, I'm sure you'll get us next time on the court. So that's my post-game interview with Nick Campy. Nick, thanks for taking the time.
Excellent. Appreciate it.
And we'll be back against the Oilers tomorrow in Game 1 of our showcase games. We also play the Bucks the next day. So stay tuned for the showcase games in Anchorage in the next couple days.